that I got your invitation to grace your occasion the morning after I received news of my appointment as HADC chairman. Talagang napakabilis ng USAID. To think that I got the President's phone call inviting me to join his cabinet while I was in Lanao del Norte. Talagang mabilis ang USAID. I would like to congratulate the organizers of this conference for bringing together international and local experts, business leaders, policymakers from the national and local governments, representatives from donor agencies and professional organizations, as well as I heard students of urban development in this event. I was telling the ambassador earlier that this is really a very good attendance. I am sure that in the past 2 days, you were able to share innovative ideas and come up with practical solutions to pursue resilience and inclusive growth in our cities and our country as a whole. The conference theme, Accelerating Resilience and Inclusive Growth, is very close to my heart, both as an advocate and as a public servant. Like many other cities, my hometown, Naga City, also had to deal with the increasing pressures brought about by rapid urbanization. Land tenure and poor living conditions were the primary concerns of many of our constituents, the same concerns of our emerging urbanized areas and secondary cities. To address these issues, the city government of Naga in 1989 launched the Kaantabay ng Kauswagan program, or Partners in Development, a social amelioration program primarily designed to empower informal settler families, which at that time, my husband first became mayor of Naga, comprised some 25% of the city's population. The program was anchored on the belief that the urban core is a vital sector in Naga's quest for total development. It addressed the sector's two main problems by, first, engaging in land acquisition, which provides a sense of permanence to the urban core's occupancy of the property, and second, urban upgrading, which provides decency, ease, and comfort to daily life in the informal settlements and blighted areas. More importantly, these issues were achieved by adopting a partner-beneficiary perspective in dealing with clients. These strategies include accessing various modes of land acquisition, like direct purchase, land swapping, land sharing, community mortgage, and resettlement. Institutionalizing a separate financing window catering specifically to urban core clients of the lending arm of the local government, and involving a financial scheme anchored on internally generated resources of the beneficiaries. Beyond what we achieved in numbers and the recognition of local and international observers, Kaantabay sa Kauswagan's single most important achievement to date is the institutionalization of such a mechanism that effectively addresses pressing problems of the urban core sector. This mechanism brings together, number one, government agencies, number two, urban core associations and their allied NGOs, and number three, private landowners to solve standing tenurial problems with finality. Today, all land problems involving the urban core in Naga are referred to and passes through this mechanism. As the new HADC chairperson, I understand that the challenges we face at the national level in the housing and urban development sector are exponentially more complex. The country's urbanization rate as of 2010 stands at 45.3%, and this is seen to increase to 56% by 2050. Population in urban areas is projected to reach 83 million by 2030. And that is a great challenge if cities are not ready or equipped to address and manage the needs of its citizens and mitigate the effects of climate change. But if urban growth is managed well, it can translate to higher incomes, wider distribution of wealth, more jobs and investment opportunities, lower carbon emissions, and a better quality of life. The theme of the conference is very timely as the country is on the path to becoming a key economy in the ASEAN region. The Philippines is expected to have the fastest gross domestic product growth among the 5 biggest economies of the ASEAN in 2016, based on the IMF's latest regional economic outlook for Asia and the Pacific. The Philippine economy grew by 6.9% in the first quarter of 2016, the highest pace in nearly 3 years. 75% of the country's economic output is attributed to urban areas, particularly the country's 34 highly urbanized cities. But despite efforts to promote inclusive growth, Metro Manila dominates our economy by contributing 36% of the GDP. With a population of 12 million people, it is among the world's top 10 megacities. It is quite understandable that investments become concentrated in Metro Manila. It plays such a big role, and we have to make sure it keeps running smoothly. However, this has caused a feeling of neglect among other regions, and that is why we must start paying more attention to other cities outside Metro Manila. Secondary cities are vital contributors to national wealth and productivity, and are emerging as centers of accelerated local growth and economic opportunity. These cities, compared to urban cores of Metro Manila, Cebu, and Davao, are still at the early stages of their urban growth. They have more room for improvisation and stronger influence in public administration, local commerce and industry, connectivity, and social-cultural dynamism. Unlike Metro Manila's situation, we still have the chance of guiding our secondary cities' urban development and address challenges like traffic congestion, urban planning, and housing before they become unmanageable. We can transform them into engines of growth in the